Hello, I'm Charly and today I'm going to be doing my September wrap up and my October TBR. So I didn't actually do a August TBR wrap up video because I only finished one book. I did, and it was a book that I started ages ago. I'm going to show you right now. It was The Crane Wife by Patrick Ness. I finished this in August and yeah, this took me forever to get through. I don't know if you guys know, but I started this in I want to say March or May, and then I kind of just stopped reading it for a while, and then it just took me forever to get through. And I ended up giving this a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and you guys know how much I love Patrick Ness, but this is an adult book of his, and it's also one of his earlier books, and it's a contemporary book, and it has a lot of magical realism in it, and the magical realism kind of it started to get good towards the middle, but it's really confusing, and then at the end it just kind of goes a bit too far, I feel, and I don't know, it just didn't work for me. But yeah, and I was really conflicted on what to rate this, and I never really give 0.5 stars, but I really had to for this one, and I think there's another book in this wrap up that I also gave a 0.5 star. So yes, this will be coming up in one of my reviews videos, so look out for that. Yes. Moving on to the books that I read in September. I read 2 books in September and got a lot of the way through another 2, and I'm pretty happy with that because 2 of the weeks of September I had my final exams for this year because I'm in Year 12 next term, so my yearlies were in term 3. If you guys are in Australia, you understand, okay? But yeah, I finished 2 books. They weren't long or dense books or anything. They were both contemporaries, but I'm still happy with it because I got a significant chunk read of 2 other books as well. So anyway, first book that I finished was Where Things Come Back by John Corey Whaley, and Manuel has been telling me to read this for so long, and I know so many people love this book, and so I've read it and I really loved it. I gave it a 4.5 stars. This is the book that I gave a 0.5 star. I was really conflicted about this as well. I think I gave it 5 stars at first, and I think on Goodreads it has 5 stars. I don't know, I really liked it a lot, but I feel as though, I think it was the ending, it was just a bit random and cut short, and I wanted a bit more from it, but I really did love this, and I recommend this if you're looking for a contemporary. It is a coming of age book, and if you liked Stolen and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, you'll probably like this. It's not as good as Stolen and Dante, but it's the same kind of deal, and the reason why I say that is because the next book I read in September happens to be Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by, I still don't know how to say his name, Benjamin Alire I don't know. Someone tell me how to do this, okay? Someone, because this is an amazing book and it's one of my favourite books now, and I'm going to need to say that name lots of times in my life on BookTube because it was an amazing book, one of my favourite books. This is going to come up on my favourite books of 2014 video, I know it will. Oh, this was amazing. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. No one has said anything bad about this book. No one. I don't think I've even heard anyone on BookTube give it not a 5 stars. I'm pretty sure everyone gives it a 5 stars, and I gave it a 5 stars. It's just so good. So this is a coming of age story about 2 boys, Aristotle and Dante, but Aristotle, he doesn't get called Aristotle throughout the book, he gets called Ari, so Ari and Dante, and it's just, it takes place over 2 summers, and it's just, they're 2 completely different people. And they're 15 at the start of the book, and they meet in summer, and they're at the pools, and then Dante teaches Ari how to swim, and that's how they become friends. And they're just 2 completely different people, and they just kind of grow together, and it's just the characters in this book are amazing, and just so oh, it's just so good, and the ending as well is so well done. Seriously, the entirety of the book is wrapped up within 10 pages, and that's kind of scary when books do that, because I'm oh my gosh, how is this going to be resolved in the 10 pages that I have left, and then it was. And it was just a beautiful ending. And, oh man, you guys have to read this book, like seriously. Seriously, you will like it. You will. The 2 books that I started, which I just realised I didn't actually put in the thumbnail picture of this video, but I can't be bothered to take another one, so these 2 books aren't going to be included in that thumbnail, you know, just so you know, is these 2 books. The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey and I Wrote This For You, Just the Words by Please Find This. I'll talk about this one first because I started this one first. This is I've just been going through this really slow because this is a poetry book, and like I could have finished it, but it's poetry, and like you can't read this whole thing at once because it's poetry, and it's like it doesn't work. I'm not going to say too much because I've talked about this a lot of times already, but I am almost done. I'm on page 156 and there's about 200 pages. So yes, and what I'm doing is, because with the other one I sticky noted all my favourites, but this has a lot more poems in it because it's just words. The other one has pictures. So like it has a contents and I just highlight my favourite ones in here. So that's what I've done. And yes. And The Fifth Wave is the other book which I'm currently reading, and I'm loving this book so much. Guys. I have been wanting to read this book since I started BookTube back in April last year, and oh man, finally. I don't know why I waited so long. I think it was because I don't know when the second book was coming out, but I am 162 pages in, and this book is getting intense, guys. Okay, like at first, I was really confused. Like the start of this book is freaking confusing. Did anyone else find that? And now onto my TBR. I don't really know what I'm going to read. I know what I want to read, but I don't know how much I'm going to get done. But I will definitely finish those 2 this month at the very least and start another book. So the books that I really want to read this month is The Darkest Minds and Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken. I think I'm going to jump into The Darkest Minds as soon as I finish The Fifth Wave, because I've had these books for ages and I have both of them because I know this one ends on a cliffhanger. And the 3rd book comes out soon-ish. Soon. And like I just really want to get on this soon. I've had them for ages and I feel like I'm ready for them. If after The Fifth Wave I'm kind of like wanting a contemporary, I will read this, The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton, or like in between The Darkest Minds and Never Fade, but I doubt that I'm going to want to stop from what I've heard, or if I finish both of them then I'll probably move on to this. But yes, that is all that I have for my TBR. Like that might change completely. I might not even do The Darkest Minds, but I hope I do because I really want to do it. I want to read them before the 3rd book comes out, so I can anticipate it with everyone else. I don't know what this is. So that is all for my wrap-up video. Was that unexpected? Was it good? I know. But yes, that was all for my wrap-up video, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!